Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Melina, and today we are going to be tackling our playroom. Things have gotten really out of hand in here lately. Everything is just really cluttered and nothing seems to be in its right spot anymore. So I'm going to start by just decluttering, getting rid of some things, reorganizing every single toy that's in here, and just making this space a lot more useful for my boys. I try to do this a few times each year, but definitely every year right before Christmas time, I like to get in here and just really reorganize everything. That way on Christmas Day, when my boys get new toys, I'm not scrambling for somewhere to put them. To start things off, I'm just clearing off a spot in the center of the room. Even though it can be a little bit overwhelming, I like to take these storage bins and just dump everything out into the middle of the floor. That way I can sit down and sort and separate everything into the actual groups that they belong in. These storage bins that I use, I purchased from Ross a few years ago, and they hold way more stuff than you would think they would, which can be a good thing and a bad thing because they honestly just accumulate way more stuff than they should. But I'm gonna sit down and start separating everything into groups now. If you are new around here, my husband Johnny is a really big goofball and he felt like he needed to contribute to this video. So this is him walking up with his little dry erase board. It says subscribe please. He's so funny, but just wait, he keeps going. Now he's back to remind you to give this video a big thumbs up for me. Here is where he really cracked me up. He says, dislike too, everything helps. But he's just kidding, y'all. Don't really give it a thumbs down. I appreciate every single one of you who give my video a thumbs up and who subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot and helps out my channel so much. Now I'm just taking these little bins that we keep our Hot Wheels and monster trucks and things like that in, and I'm just dumping them out one at a time, making sure that only those things are in there. If you guys have a room in your house that's gotten out of hand and it's cluttered and it needs some extra attention, let me know in the comments below which room it is. I'm interested to see which room you guys say the most. Now I'm grabbing some more bins from the shelf. These had gotten crammed full of random like puzzle pieces, blocks, all kinds of stuff, and so I'm just sorting these out too. And I know it looks like I have such a disaster, but I promise you I eventually start getting somewhere with all of this. The main thing is to just get it all sorted first. That way you can start putting things away in categories. Now I'm just taking a garbage bag and bagging up some of the items that I've decided to donate. Some of these things my kids just don't play with anymore, or they might be broken or even have more than one of them. So I like to do this a few times a year just to try to maintain the playroom and not let it get too out of hand. My kids have a ton of stuffed animals. They have a few that they like to keep on their bed and sleep with, and then I've also gotten rid of a ton of them, but these that are left are really special ones that I don't want to get rid of. They've either gotten them at the hospital when they were born, or Gaines has got several when he's had his surgeries, and I just don't want to get rid of them. So I found that this bin is a really good place to keep them because I can just stuff them all in here and hide them, but then they can get to them really easily when they want to play with them. As you can see, we have way too many little people and figurines and animals, but my boys love these. We have Paw Patrol ones, Batman, farm animals, you name it, we have them. But I am going through them and trying to declutter a little bit and get rid of any of them that we have more than one of, because this bin is overflowing. This bin is where I like to keep all of the trucks and big cars, like the haulers, garbage truck, anything like that. Anything really that's bigger than like a Hot Wheels car is what I put in here, and I like to only put these things in here so that when my boys get ready to play something with this, they know exactly where it's at. Here I'm just matching up all of these little color eggs and getting these bins back organized to go back on the shelf. Now I'm moving on to all of our little wooden puzzles, which I have a love-hate relationship with. My boys love these, especially Gaines, since he's still so little and he learns so much from them, which I love. It's just really hard to keep up with all of these pieces and keep them all on the right spot. But here I'm going to get every single one of them put back together, and I found every single piece to them except for the S to the alphabet board, and I'm still on the hunt for it, but hopefully it'll turn up somewhere.
You're keeping me on. Yeah, I'm strapped in, stuck in a song you can't turn off. Like a merry-go-round, my head is spinning. I see you.
I'm just folding up this little aqua mat, and I'm going to store it under the puzzles on the shelf. And then this little road car mat was Mason's whenever he was little, and he absolutely loved it. And Gaines loves it just as much now. He plays with this thing every single day. So I just roll it up and stick it over here between the wall and the shelf. And again, he knows exactly where this is at and can get it himself whenever he's ready to play with it. This bin is where we keep our Imaginext houses. These were Mason's obsession when he was little, and he still loves to play with them, and now Gaines loves them too. So they're kind of big, and I don't really like to leave them sitting out, so this big bin is perfect to put them in.
Do you remember still how we used to run? Fields were roaring. You said maybe it's love.
I'm also adding all of these things here beside me to the donate pile as well.
'Cause in my mind we're smiling on the dance floor, late night skinny dipping like we're on our own run. Got the words now, 'cause we're so young. We're in your car singing crazy to the radio. I remember it like time's been frozen still. Had no words, no. We were so young. But now you're long, long gone. You're so moved on. Yeah, now you're long, long gone. You're so moved on.
Moving on to this cabinet, this is where I keep a lot of our coloring books and workbooks and things like that. There wasn't a lot to get rid of in here. It mainly just needed a little bit of tidying up.
It lingers on. Yeah, it lingers on. I'm laying down it to compile it. Oh no, I see.
Both of my boys really enjoy Legos, and if your kids love them too, then you know those things are so hard to keep up with and they get everywhere. So something that we found on Amazon that we absolutely love is this Lego storage cube. It holds so many Legos and it looks really cute sitting out, so I highly recommend it. I will have it linked in the description box below for any of you who are interested.
Like this, knowing it's a risk 'cause you're using it.
This cabinet is where we keep all of our board games, and honestly we're down to very few because the kids had lost majority of the parts of all of our other ones, and so I've already gotten rid of them, but I'm just going to tidy this back up and get it a little bit more organized.
I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. I don't wanna seem to shaky, oh no, like I'm sudden but unsteady, oh no. And they tell me to move on, cause I deserve more, but still I wanna choose you, yeah.
Now for this corner of the room, this train table we got Gaines last year for Christmas, and right after we got it, Mace accidentally spilled an entire bottle of water on it, which caused it to start peeling, and then originally I had glued the train tracks to the tabletop in hopes that that would keep Gaines from like destructing it, but ended up he just pulled them up, which caused it to peel even more. So it looks really rough, but he still really enjoys it and plays with it a lot, so I have hopes of soon trying to cover it somehow with some paper or removable wallpaper or something like that to make it look a little bit better, but for now it's fine and he still really enjoys it. I'm going in with this Jaws disinfectant spray to wipe down the table and really sanitize it. Here I'm using a magic eraser to get this pin mark off of the chair.
But I can't help to fall for you repeatedly.
Now I'm just going to give this rug a really good shake and move it to the side so that I can vacuum the floor. I honestly don't know how, but somehow a lot of these bins had fruity pebbles in the bottom of them, so they are all in the carpet, so it's really needing a good cleaning.
Even though it hurts, I won't show it to you, 'cause it will ricochet. I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you. Let me tell you, no, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. Trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. I don't know how you fall asleep at night, knowing that your words are hurtful, it's just not right. No, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. Like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet.
I'm finally finished with this room, and it feels so good to know that it's finally organized and that everything is back where it's supposed to be. I hope that this video inspired you to tackle that one spot in your house, or maybe those few spots in your house that are just really cluttered and need a little bit of extra attention. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. If you are new, also make sure to leave me a comment introducing yourself. I love to get to know y'all better. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see y'all in my next video.
It will come back to you. Let me tell you, no, because my eyes are open. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing. jump in that bag, yeah.